lifting heavier than ever pretty much every single week. So hello and welcome back to another video. I'm currently in my sister's eyelash room doing check-ins. Today is actually a very exciting day. So normally I just get up in the morning, open up my laptop, sit at the desk all day, rush to get a gym session in before the gym closes in the evening time, and that's pretty much it. My car barely moves from the drive. Today I'm actually going shopping with my sister and my mother to get some new clobber. I do feel as though I've been wearing the same clothes for the last year and a half, so it'd be nice to actually, get a new t-shirt or maybe some shorts if I'm feeling generous that I can wear to death around the house for the next year and a half. I also have to go and get a PRP injection in my head, so that's where they take blood from your elbow and then put it into your head. It's meant to help with the regrowth of my hair transplant, so that should be interesting enough. It's actually not at all, it's literally a 2-second job. In any case, I have another 2 hours of check-ins to complete here before my voice actually starts to go dry and starts breaking too frequently that I have no choice but to stop the check-ins.
Yeah, they're cracked out hard.
Eggs ready yet? Fuck off!
Fuck off, you! Stop using that language in this house.
Jeez, whose car is that?
Business can do more than just
Fuck's sake.
on the road again.
Right, Fiona, you're my stylist for today. What do I need? What clothes do I have to get?
Anything better than what you're wearing?
Mom, you've one meal left on this planet. What do you eat? Right, Mom's not eating. Okay, I need to figure out what I need to get today. So 2 t-shirts.
Only 2?
3 t-shirts, 2 jumpers, 2 pairs of shorts. Yeah. Actually, I need new Metcons, so my white ones I've been wearing to death. Maybe some Nike socks. You can never go wrong with some Nike socks. You personally, the first thing you notice about someone is what?
If you see a man for the first time in a crowded situation and you see, the first thing you take note of is his shirt.
His shirt.
If he has a nice shirt on, it's an eye catcher.
Fiona says the first thing she notices about someone is their shoes. You say it's their shirt.
Their shirt.
I'm not sure what part of me thought that it would be a good idea for me to come solo shopping with my sister and my mother. This could be a very long day. When I walked into Nike, I was browsing around, obviously took off the sunglasses from the top of my head to try on t-shirts. Then when I left, I realized that I didn't have them on my head anymore. So I thought, number one, it was the first place that I went to, which was Under Armour. Went inside there, the staff said that there was nothing handed in. And then I said, fuck, the only place that they could be now was going to be Nike. So I walked into Nike, said, by any chance did someone hand in a pair of sunglasses? And after losing mine, staff obviously said that there wasn't. So I did a bit of a sweep around the places where I was trying on my clothes. Couldn't find them. And then I was like, fuck it, I have footage of me walking into the place with sunglasses on top of my head, and then I'm walking out without them on top of my head, so they had to be somewhere. And I went back in and I insisted on seeing CCTV footage, but then I found them sitting on top of a load of black bottles.
I think someone robbed them.
So my mother checked that exact area, and this woman, if anything is ever lost, you put Mary in charge and she will find it. She couldn't find them where they were, where I eventually found them. So.
And she specifically remembers checking the black bottles, so
And she specifically remembers checking the black bottles, but somehow couldn't find my sunglasses on top of them. So that's a successful day's shopping done. Got about 4 t-shirts, 2 shorts. I'll do a clothing haul later, but now I have to go to the doctor to get my PRP injections. I have to literally leave and get that done now. I'll see if I can record it. Don't know if she'll allow me or not, but sure, we'll see.
So it's put in like red blood.
Okay.
And when we take it out, you see that the red blood cells is separated from the plasma.
That's the plasma here?
That's your blood.
Oh, that's this?
Yeah. Your red blood cells separated from your...
So the blood was taken from my arm here, where they like essentially shake the blood around, so then your plasma comes to the top.
You can chance the needle going the next day if you want. We've literally had men crying, Mary. Yeah, I'm getting it all off.
Right, so that's the PRP done. So machine open pores on my head, and then she just essentially massaged in the plasma after that. To be honest, I wasn't expecting it to be as expensive as it was. I'd actually been prepared for it to be a couple of €100 because I do remember people saying that PRP is quite an expensive treatment, but it came up as €500 on the fucking thing. Now I think I might have got PRP and mesotherapy simultaneously, so at the same time. They're two different treatments, so maybe if that was the case it's a little bit better, but it is really expensive. So that's something to bear in mind if you are getting a hair transplant, is that your expense probably doesn't stop at the transplant itself. You will probably have to get certain procedures like this multiple times. The way that I look at it is I go, right, I got a great deal in Turkey. It was $3,000 in comparison to some clinics in Dublin that quote $13,000. So if I have to pay a couple of €100 several times in order to get the most out of the transplant, look, it's an expense that's worth it. But there are certain things in life that are worth the expense, I feel. Obviously, look, some people just won't be able to afford that, but I suppose you have to weigh up, you know, are you willing to risk not getting the best possible result, or are you going to put up with the expense of making sure that your result is as good as it can be? As far as PRP and mesotherapy go, I'm not 100% sure whether it's 100% proven sort of science. It seems as though the science behind it is somewhat positive, so I'll definitely do it for the next couple of months until my hair visibly grows back, hopefully very strong.
Sit up front.
Oh, because then you can't see me. I'd like to take this opportunity to say a prayer for myself for my first CrossFit session since before my transplant.
Make a life for myself. Make a life for myself. Make a life for myself.
Do you know what's the best part about getting up at 6:30 and doing a CrossFit workout? Is coming home at 7:30 and watching the rest of your family fall out of their beds. You're only getting up now. 7:30's like the middle of the day. Oh me, sorry. I've just done a CrossFit workout. And then I go upstairs and go back to bed for the rest of the day. So I just got in the door there and I felt as though I haven't deserved my shower because I didn't really sweat that much. I wasn't pushing myself maybe as hard or as fast as I could do because it was my first CrossFit session in about a month. So I'm just going to go and do a leg session now, get that over and done with, because yesterday I missed one and I tend to like get into this funk in the evening time if I leave it until later on in the day where I don't actually get my workout done because I just think of 1,000,001 reasons. So I don't know how the phrase goes, if you've a frog to eat, best do it first thing in the morning or some shit like that. Sorry? My knees.
The bottom part of the frame is kind of...
Oh fuck. Yeah, that's much better. Thank you for pointing that out. That would have been sickener. mistake that a lot of people make when it comes to their warm-ups, either doing too much in the sense that they're doing too many repetitions at too many incremental increases in weight to the extent that they're tired leading into their working set. And the second thing that they do is doing too little, so not actually taking the time to do a couple of 3 or 4 warm-up sets where you gradually build up the weight just to drill that movement pattern into you to get the muscles that you're looking to work, obviously firing in all the right ways. My take on warm-ups is do 3 or 4 repetitions. You might start with something very, very light like the bar, work up to 40 kilos, 50 kilos, 60 kilos, or if you're a little bit stronger, go from the bar to 60 kilos to maybe 80 or then 100 kilos. Then you might do one set at like 120 kilos or something a little bit heavier or a little bit closer to what your working set would be, and then get cracking into your working sets. But your warm-ups should mimic the weight that you'll be using in your working sets. So from the bar all the way up to, let's say in my case, 140 kilos, the walkout is the same, pace of the movement is the same, and the exact form and technique is all the same. It doesn't get to a stage where I load 140 kilos on my back and all of a sudden the form that I've been using in the warm-up just goes to shit. So I'd probably consider the last set to have been, I got 5 reps at 145, but I probably could have squeezed out, maybe risking an injury, a 6th repetition. So I definitely consider that to be 1, max sort of 2 reps in reserve. 150, we'll see if we can go for 3. I'll try 5 because sometimes when you're just zoned in, you'll get an extra rep or 2. I'm not going to push myself to the point of like actual failure or at least 1 rep shy, because that's usually where I fuck up my backs. Feels good. Let's go for 5. We got 1 more. I definitely pushed myself a little bit too much, but we got 5 out. That was definitely 0 reps in reserve. That's usually the point where I'll end up pulling something in my back, but it's stupid. As much as I try, I can't convince myself to do otherwise. I really have to leave everything, especially in the last set, I have to leave everything there. But yeah, happy enough with that. Only getting into back squats over the last couple of sessions, so it's decent for someone who doesn't really back squat all that often. So a mistake that a lot of people make with a Bulgarian split squat or a lunge or something that's single leg at a time is that they won't rest for like 30 seconds to a minute in between each leg, and then they'll complain that on one side of their body they're stronger, and it's usually the body part that goes first. So either take a rest in between legs, or what I like to do is alternate each leg that I start on. So if I start my split squats with the right leg on the first set, I'll start it with the left leg on the second set. So usually for me, doing it that way allows me to get a similar amount of reps across both legs. So in that case, I got 10 reps on the right leg, 10 reps on the left leg. Whereas had I not rested, it would have been very possible that I would have maxed out my left leg at about 8 reps. There's only one setting this machine is meant to be on, and that's the full one. I have once again let my bloodline down by skipping calves and skipping abs. Now in my defense, I can't actually do abs because every time I do ab crunches, I just get the worst cramps of all time. It's not my fault. Calves have no excuse. Right, so I pulled into the shop there to pick up a Optimum Nutrition protein bar, and some of this having more fucking shit protein, oats. I have a feeling dairy is causing my skin to break out because I do drink a lot of dairy. Now, don't know if that's fucking pseudoscience or not, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. I haven't got a tub of protein powder at home. Now, they do sell protein inside in there, but I can't disclose the reason why I didn't pick up protein powder and why I'm not going to promote another brand of protein powder. So let's just say I've got something very, very exciting in the works. It's going to take the guesswork out of a lot of your decision making when it comes to what supplements you should be buying. Now, let's go with a taste test. I'm not sure if I've had this before. I think I have, but Rocky Road, it's bound to be good. There's a bit of a twang off it. Like, it's like a cherry. It tastes exactly like cherry for some reason. It's the marshmallow. It's the marshmallow part of it that I'm tasting. As far as protein bars go, like, they're all pretty much dog shit. I guess it's pretty nice. It's all right. I'll give it a... See, 7 is such a cop-out number out of 10. I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. So I promised that I'd do a small bit of a clothing haul. Now, I'm not going to try everything on because I'm not a fucking girl trying to get a Pretty Little Thing sponsorship. Although, if Under Armour or Nike would like to sponsor me, who am I to say no? So the first thing I got is this Under Armour beater. I also got some Under Armour shorts here as well. I don't know if you can fucking see them, but these are such a fresh fit. Like, they're not too long. They're nicely tucked around my massive quads. They conceal my massive dong effectively. So yeah, real fan of the shorts. Picked up this, it is a bit of a strange design, so I'm not sure how I feel about it, but this Nike t-shirt. It like wraps around, the tick like wraps around the back. So this Nike t-shirt, pretty basic. Another Nike t-shirt. Another Nike t-shirt. And this is actually probably my second favorite purchase. I'll show you my favorite in a minute. Nike jumper, just a handy fucking grey jumper. So here is the navy version of those grey shorts that I just showed you. Same fit, exact same style. Really, really sweet pair of shorts. So if you're looking for a pair of shorts, head up to the Under Armour shop in Kildare Village. I haven't checked the receipt, but I think they're like fucking 25 with a discount, 20% discount in Kildare Village, I think across all stores. Now, I'm not sponsored or anything, but I think that brings them to like €19 or something. I could be wrong. Another basic Nike t-shirt. I'm not sure about the colour of this. I'm not sure in general about yellow t-shirts, but I just picked up a North Face. Then I got another North Face t-shirt. Similar sort of style, but just in blue. My favourite one is probably this Under Armour zip up. Brings out my massive biceps, chests and shoulders pretty nicely. Jeez! Look at the fit on the arms. You know when like you want to be pretty modest about like the massive 20-inch guns that I have, but you also want everyone to know about the massive 20-inch guns that you have. This, in my opinion, is perfect. So we are back. I've already been through sort of like my check-ins for yesterday. I tend to do clients with their first name starting A to H. I do those clients check-ins on Tuesdays, and then the clients whose names start from J to fucking Z, I'll do their check-ins on the Wednesday. So I'm about halfway through today's batch. Been a little bit slower because I started them a little bit later from going to the gym or whatever. Hoping to get my second wind with this, what I want to say 1 cup of coffee, but there's probably the equivalent of 3 cups. Now, I was going to end this vlog somewhere around this point, but it looks like I have to go karting later. Like, okay, so I'll just go there, get a couple of clips, and then that's probably where this vlog shall end. So, get out of my drive. We don't allow fancy cars in here. Drive, chauffeur. I knew when you said you were at Money Stores that was code for I'm just leaving my house now.
And it actually was as well.
So it works out perfectly.
So to wrap up today's vlog, Lightbulb Head over here is going to turn around to say hello.
So hi guys, I went go-karting, then we went and got
Into the bush.
And then into the
One girl there, one girl there.
We got Blackberry as well. So that's all for today's video. If you liked it, make sure to subscribe, and we'll see you again in the next one. Since you've made it this far in the video, I want to give one of you an opportunity to win a free workout program by me. So all you have to do is turn on your post notifications, send me a DM on Instagram of you doing so, and I'll be picking one of you to get jacked as fuck like me. Please turn them on so I can make some money off YouTube finally.